Guys, in this episode of Himology, I cover the 5 factors that impact morning erections, and these are the ones that Western medicine does not acknowledge. Healthy morning erections are everything. Much like a tarot reader telling your future, I can actually see what's going on with your morning erections and predict your ability to get an erection and perform in the bedroom. Western medicine will tell you that morning erections have to do with testosterone levels and also the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, while those things are certainly true, there are several other factors that go into this. And I don't know if Western medicine just hasn't studied them or they can't profit from them, so why bother? So this is really what this video is going to be about today. And this video is not for you if you lack curiosity and only want to be spoon-fed what the pharmaceutical companies have taught you. The reason for this video is that every guy ever thinks that ED is all in his head. So I want you to put that out of your mind for a moment. And when you wake up, look down at that head, because that is the true indicator of what is really going on. After doing 18 years of these assessments, I can tell you that your morning erections are everything. And those are really, that is the indicator of what you're waking up with that goes into your ability to get firm, to get erect, to perform in the bedroom. So this is really key, and this is what I'm going to keep going into. Now, I do have a disclaimer. When I'm talking about morning erections, if you are taking any kind of ED medications or injections, this information is actually not going to apply to you, because what's happening is it's creating a false positive because you're forcing the erection. So that will show up as like a false positive in your morning erections. So the list I'm going to go through now is pure. So you're not taking anything. The first factor, and these are not in any particular order because everything plays into everything here. So the first factor is sexual energy. The amount of sexual energy you have is going to play into and show up in your morning erections. That's what gives you that sense of aliveness. It's more of an energetic feeling. And when you have an abundance of sexual energy, it's like your penis comes alive and it's like, all right, I'm going to take on the day. I've got energy to spend. So sexual energy is definitely key. Low emotions or emotional ill-being. So if you're feeling sad, you're grieving, you're depressed, it is going to show up in your morning erection. And believe it or not, it might actually, not might, it does actually change the temperature of your penis. If you are very depressed, your penis can actually feel cold. So emotions play a huge role. And you know how I know this is because I have been doing this for a long time, and let's say I'm working with someone, we're a month or two into it, all of a sudden they find out something that's, sad. We were getting results, and then all of a sudden, like boom, like the results went away temporarily, which is the good thing about this. So emotions do play a role, especially lower emotions. Okay, and definitely stress. So number 3 is stress. And I was just working, well, I think we're done. Yeah, I just finished up working with a gentleman, and we were doing fantastic. And right in that last mile, he had a really big health scare. And he went from the first week of having no morning erections to, I want to say around week 8, actually starting to get what I would call like an 8 out of a scale of 1 to 10 erections. So, and he was retired. He was a mature gentleman. So we built up his morning erections, and then he had a health scare that was incredibly stressful for him. And his morning erections went bye-bye. They went down to 0. So absolutely, stress does play a role. Luckily, there was no problems with this guy, and his morning erections came back better than ever. Number 4 is sexual rejection. This is a biggie for you guys. So sexual rejection is such a tricky thing. It can be years of it being very subtle. It can be blatant sexual rejection. It can be your woman is holding on to a lot of resentment. But the bottom line is your penis isn't waking up next to a woman who's warm to you and beckoning you and like, hey, let's go, and creating an invitation to do something with the morning erection. So basically, for whatever reason, you're waking up next to a cold fish. And the last time I checked, cold fishes do not help with your body's natural desire to wake up like like I want to put this somewhere, and I want to put it in you, woman, the one who is laying next to me. So if you have a cold fish at home, it definitely impacts your morning erections. Number 5 is blood pressure medications. They do play a huge factor in morning erections. I mean, they're my nemesis. Blood pressure medications are it's like, for you guys, it's like your kryptonite. For me, it's my nemesis. An indicator that your blood pressure medication is impacting your morning erection is what I call flatlining. So if you're waking up consistently with nothing, and it's consistent. So let's say you look for a month and it's just consistently nothing, then in my experience, that is blood pressure medication related. Now, the other new factor that I want to bring up that I'm going to be keeping an eye on for you guys is this Ozempic, these weight loss medications that are really supposed to be for diabetics. Those do play a significant role on the nervous system. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out on this particular medication, and I'm going to report back to you when I start to find some evidence. The way that I do things is it's not like I'm going to read a scientific study. I'm going to start to notice like what's coming through the door, and from talking to guys and seeing what meds are on. So I'm always reporting back to you what I'm seeing happen. So as you can see, there are several factors that impact your morning erections. And, with the work that I do, the holistic approach, it's actually based on building up your morning erections, because from what I've observed is that takes care of 90% of the problem. And then the last 10% can be easily troubleshooted. And I can tell you that I'm obviously not a man, but men share their joy with me that when they start waking up with morning erections again, it puts a spring in their step. They're feeling more virile.
Wow.
They're feeling more positive.
Woo!
And they get to have some fun with it in the morning, which I think is the best way to start the day. So it's Dr. Oz that said, the penis is the overall barometer of a man's health. And I definitely agree. And I want to add to that and say that your morning erections are the overall barometer of your health and the indicator as to whether you're going to have trouble with erectile dysfunction or not. So keep an eye on that. And if you want to talk, reach out. We'll do a consult and see what we can discover together. Hey, you. Hey, guy, who's learning about sexual health, mixed in with some Tantra, mixed in with some 5 elements of Chinese medicine and some Western medicine. I want to let you know something. I would love it if you would hit my subscribe button and the notification bell. That way, you're going to know when new content is posted every Friday.